I understand your desire to help the refugees. Now, what can I... Who are you interested in? Stay away from him if you can. Victory Buchanan isn't sane. He's a spoiled, homicidal brat who needs to be put down like a rabid dog. Not that I would condone murder, Marshal.
No, of course not. That would be illegal.
Forgive me. I shouldn't have, Just be careful. That's all I'm saying. People who spend too much time in Victory's presence don't live long. Who else are you interested in? I've always felt a bit sorry for Valor. Book-smart and quiet in a family where neither of those things were valued. But he grew up a peevish young man, always alert to slights, whether real or imagined. He ended up believing he was better than everyone else because he was misunderstood. That's why he stays with the Gippers, I think. They understand him. Or at least pretend to. Who else are you interested in? She was a terrifying little girl and grew up to be a terrifying woman. I have never known anyone so able to focus or so certain of their path. She believes she is destined to rule Colorado and will not stop until she succeeds. But if she succeeds, woe to us all. Colorado will become a war machine, and all us citizens merely fuel for its ever-grinding engines. Who else are you interested in?
Well, Reyes?
Well, I would say Sheriff Daisy is a woman to be both admired and feared. She is fair, but doesn't forget. And she is slow to forgive.
You can say that again.
Who else are you interested in? I wish that man had never come here. His legitimate business is the Little Vegas, a casino and brothel downtown. But he also runs a criminal empire, selling drugs, weapons, and information to anyone who can pay, including our enemies. I think the Patriarch allowed him to stay because he thought the people needed entertainment. But the Little Vegas hardly qualifies. It's a lurid pit of lost wages and despair. Disgusting. As for the man himself, he wears all the trappings of class. Fine suits, shoes, jewelry, but he's a thug at heart, no matter how hard he tries to hide it. Who else are you interested in? Safe travels, Rangers.
Hello, Rangers.
This is the Rangers. Who is this?
Rangers, good to see you. Happy to tell you what you need to know.
Sir, I have heard stories about you all my life. It is a tremendous honor to meet you in the flesh.
Oh, thank you, Miss Wesson. And I apologize in advance for not living up to the stories. Some of them might have stretched in the telling. Now, what do you all want to know? I do indeed. Some folks can't get past his brusque ways, but that's just the impatience of a man who knows what's right, dealing with fools who don't. He cares too deeply about the well-being of the people of Colorado to let political courtesy slow him down. Of course, you'll hear a lot of folk condemning him for hurting this group or that group with his decisions, but the way I see it, they should be glad it wasn't them who had to make the choice. Well, came here with my folks when I was a kid, and was a young man when Saul was trying to unite the families and make Colorado a state. I got behind him right away. He had leader written all over him, even back then. I've served at his side ever since, fighting against the monster army, consolidating power here in town, helping him expand our borders.
What Mr. Greatsky means is that he played a key role in many of the Patriarch's greatest victories, and he had no small part in making Colorado what it is today.
You're too kind, Darius. Well, the fighting's never really ended. Trying to hold it all together is a constant struggle. This business with his children is just the latest in a long line of troubles. Stories? They are stories indeed these days. I've told him so many times all the truth's been wrung out of him. Now, let's see. Here's one. So, one day we were hunting monster army raiders and came upon a tin-walled shack. The people inside were shooting at us and not answering our calls to parley. Well, I got sick of that real quick and unslung my rocket launcher. But Saul, he holds up a finger, then creeps around behind the compound. Well, pretty soon we hear him smashing through those tin walls with his hammer, and then comes two high-pitched screams. A few moments later, he comes striding out, carrying a child under each arm. They've been shooting at us because they thought we were coming to eat their dying parents. Now, I will never know how Saul knew it was kids in there rather than raiders. But somehow he did. And we brought them and their folks back to the city and helped them out until they got well again. And he's always been like that. an uncanny ability to always do the right thing. How about a monster army story? Now, I know the monsters seem like a joke now, but back then, they were terrifying. Word of their coming would send whole towns running for their lives. Well, Saul decided to take advantage of that. So we went and waited in the houses of a village that had emptied out and watched as the monsters all roared into the town square to proclaim their arrival and demand tribute like they always did. As we covered him from the doors and windows, he strode out, head high and hammer in hand, and challenged the leader, a 7-foot bruiser they called the Gorgon, to a duel. To be honest, I didn't think it was gonna work. I thought those psychos would shoot him in the back and leave us without a leader. But the Gorgon waved him down, and him and Saul went toe to toe, while us and the monsters all just watched. I'd never seen Saul torn up so bad, red from head to toe. But finally, he got in one good swing and took the Gorgon's head clean off. That's when the monster started shooting, but we still had him covered. So, we beat him to the punch. I'll be here.
I feel bad for the refugees. A lot of people are pissed at them, like it's their fault they're in this situation. It's fine. Can't complain. Later, Rangers.
Yeah.
And didn't we get
You ever miss driving fastback?
Not much.
Do you have
That
more
was fun when
candy
I
for
was
me?
young.
I'm
Getting to see
hungry.
the country,
Yes,
getting in
I've-
scrapes, popping
Why
pills
put
for
us in the
long.
bl-
What do you need? We've had to make do with worse. Drive safe. What do you need? We've had to make do with... Of course. Let's see if we can find what you want.
I've been watching you, Ranger. Do you believe in love at first sight? Of course you do. Ugh, I saw it in your soul the first time our eyes met.
Going? Okay. Could use some help.
Awaiting orders.
Thanks for the assist, Hoss. Thanks. Back.
car. How advanced are you?
The most advanced technology of the 20th century. This rolling miracle on wheels with...
Okay, stop, please.
Hey, Rangers! Flab says you've been kicking ass for the monster. Actually, hang on. You've been so good to us monsters, I'ma give you a prezi first. Just for stopping by. Here. You're just kissing my ass. But I like it. Let me open up the store.
Red Hats! I knew you couldn't refuse such a good opportunity. Didn't I tell you they'd come around sooner or later, men? So, you ready for the attack? It's brilliant in its simplicity. The monster army is weak, but rich. All we need to do is knock them out, get rid of Flab, and we can take over. First, we take the entrance, then we go down and wipe out anyone who doesn't surrender to the new cartel management. All right, but come back soon, Red Hats.
Guns sanctified with blood, blood sanctified by guns.
Ooh, we should get something hot to drink for the trip home.
We'll come back on our way out.
Says I got
Hey, if you're...
Dr. Coldcut
That's the kind of
can
flu,
cure
right?
what ails ya.
Thank you for your help.
I welcome you to my house. Make yourself comfortable. My hospitality is law here. Continue. Money, of course. You know me as a generous man. Your loyalty will be well compensated. Charlie! Yes, I know of him. The tongue of a jester, but will not hesitate to kill for his boss. A host here can only mean to kill us all. I thank you for showing this loyalty to the bazaar. Here is a small sum, but this is only a start. Solve this problem for us. Kill Charlie, and a great reward will be yours. The bazaar will be waiting.
Dog says Dr. Cold Cuts can cure what ails ya.
We should get something hot to drink for the trip home.
Ooh, you look hurt. Dr. Cole...
Welcome to Young Vincent's. Yup. Because I'm not old yet. No. Nope. Got a business to run. Yes.
Really need to ask Piscatelli to look at my gun. Bugger keeps jamming.
Listen up, Masters. The next son of a bitch who says we're losing this war gets strung up by his nuts. You hear me? It doesn't matter how much territory we've lost. There's only one way inside the mall. As long as we control it, Buchanan can't touch us. He can sit out there with his army and pound snow for all I care. All we gotta do is hold out. The lamb and the wolf got different needs. Sooner or later, Buchanan will have to negotiate. And then we'll have him right where we fucking want him.
Ready to take the bazaar? Is that so, Red Hats? Shaman has to come to this. Boys, get him!
Spotted.
Ooh, we should get something hot to drink for the trip home.
Dr. Cold Cuts can cure what ails ya.
Ooh, you look hurt. Doctor...
I welcome you to my house. Make yourself comfortable. My hospitality is law here. Eliminated with the correct amount of prejudice, I hope. Thank you, Rangers. Here, a reward for your efforts. The bazaar will be waiting.
The ghouls all came from their humble abodes.
Doc says
Get your protective gear here!
Where'd you get
Check out Pichatelli's shop next?
The Monster
Check
Army's
out
been around for a
Pichatelli's
while.
shop next?
Weird
A
guy
laser
mountain.
pistol. Oh, I've
Sanctified
always
with
wanted one
blood.
of these.
Word spreads that your actions saved the bazaar, or at least brought us some measure of peace once more. Our gratitude is yours. Certainly.
A laser pistol. Oh, I've always wanted one of these.
Oh, forget it. You'll shoot your eye out.
Citizens of Colorado, this is your patriarch, wishing you safety and warmth on this cold night. I want to assure you that our borders are secure, our fuel tanks are overflowing, and there is plenty of food and water for everyone. It has been a long, hard road getting to this point, with many sacrifices along the way. But the toil has been worth it. Colorado is the envy of all its neighbors, and its people live a life those outside its borders can't imagine. Enjoy it. It has been my life's work bringing it to you, and it does my old heart good, knowing you are living happy lives. It is all I ever wanted.
use some help.
Whoa. Did I pass out?
Got the jump on him!
mask that scares the shit out of people. You put that mask on, and you're invisible. You can do anything, and I mean anything. When they look at you, they may not see the monster at first, but they will. It's just a matter of time. Now put that fucking thing on and go scare the shit out of some people.
says you've been kicking ass for the Monster Army I know, huh? Let me open up the store.
Ooh, we should get something hot to drink for the trip home.
Dr. Cold Cuts can cure what ails ya.
Thank you for your help. Hey, if you're into weird shit, check out Korey's museum.
Doc said...
Get your protective gear here!
Where'd you get them?
Too expensive.
Check out Piscatelli's shop next.
Wonder if I can talk him
Shit.
down.
If you're looking that for weird guy in the guns, fountain, the he's staring sanctified. at us again.
Ah, our clown-slaying knights in shining armor. You honor us by visiting our little theater. Let's see what we've got here. Damn, this looks pretty bad. Where there's a will, there's a way. Just stand over there and look cute while I check this out. Well, I won't lie. They aren't exactly what I was hoping for. But we can salvage this. So here's what I'm thinking. The film is falling apart, and I can't get a full show out of any of them. But I'm seeing bits and pieces that we could totally use with a bit of imagination. Let's examine the reels together, and we'll come up with a story worthy of Chicks flicks. Here, look at these. Do you see a good main character? Indeed. But then, slowly their ardor takes over. Brilliant! So far apart in hairstyles, but so close in passions. A throbbing love story of two erstwhile partners. That's a great setup, but we need to decide where it takes place. Here, look over these reels. Scene cuts inside the vehicle. Turns out lots of people are crammed in there. The lightning has energized not just the car, but also their sex drives, and a spontaneous orgy erupts. Not bad. Not bad. Now, for the pièce de résistance, my lovelies. Some of these old reels still have semi-legible labels. Give it your best shot. Sex me up a title. Oh, yes, baby, that's perfect. Oh, I see you have some beauties of your own with you. What do you think? Could one of your gorgeous friends star in our premiere? Wouldn't be long, I promise. Oh, just for a hot minute, darling. They'll be right back with you. Girl Scouts honor. No, thank you.
Ugh, not in a million years.
I've been a fan of your work for many years, Eidolon. It would be an honor.
Oh, Marshal Kwan, it'll be our pleasure. Just don't go stealing the spotlight from any of my boys, okay? A job well done, you. Okay, everyone, places. Our audience awaits. What's that? A script? Darling, we don't need those.
Go ahead.
Ladies, gents, that was everything a simple man could ever dream of. Thank you.
Now, don't you think your 80 would forget your dues? You've been such a big help, Sugar Pies. So here's your reward. Come talk to me later to see how we got on, okay?
Well, when you're a man as sexy as I am, you always gotta fight off the ladies.
Guns sanctified with blood, blood sanctified by guns.
Give a man a fire and he'll be warm for a day. Set a man on fire and he'll be warm for the rest of his life.
Mamones, the fuck you doing here? This ain't just a museum, pendejo. It's sacred ground. A shrine to the great joke. And you're gonna get it! Arriba, payasos!
Now you see me, now you don't. You scared, bro? You gonna cry now, bro?
do this shit!
Give you the runaround, Mamu. You scared, bro?
Executing order.
my problem. You don't got a ticket, you don't get in. Well, there's the ballerinas. They've been broke for a while now, and nobody knows how to fix them. If you got them going again, I guess I could let you in. You did? Let me see! Let me see! I want to be a ballerina too!
Cabrones, you dare set foot in El Big Top? The shrine to the great joke? The blood of El Payaso Rojo stains this sacred ground. Oh, sí, cabrones. El Payaso Rojo taught it to his disciples in this very place. It goes like this. The world is dead. Mock the weak and the stupid. Fuck up their shit for laughs. Or get fucked up yourself. You think you can frighten me? Here in El Big Top? No, the joke is on you. Payasos, kill the unbelievers.
That's gonna leave a mark! Puta madre! That's gonna leave a mark! Let's play hide and seek! Duck, duck, goose!
Let me open up the store.
If it isn't the Desert Rangers. Nice to meet you. Well, I ain't the best mechanic in Colorado, but how can I say maintain your vehicle and don't stop if you don't have to? These days, a flat tire or a stalled engine could be the end of you, consumed by the elements. And I don't just mean the weather, if you get me. Just some odds and ends I've taken in trade. Might be useful.
All right. Light 'em up. Wow. And I thought Colorado trash was sad. You made a bad deal, Rangers. My father's using you for cannon fodder. Go back to Arizona before you take a bullet for him. The graves are cold up here. And on your way home, tell him to hire a better class of spy. Points for bravado, but my robots will turn you into a thin red mist before you get a shot off. Want to reconsider? Because he's taking too long to die of natural causes. Colorado will die before he does if someone with some vision doesn't take control ASAP. And that's not either of my brothers. Are you blind? He's letting a crazy cowboy cult control our oil production. Our main trading hub is run by a bunch of idiots in monster masks. All that should have been state-run ages ago. Why am I arguing policy with a bunch of gun jockeys? The point is, my father has Colorado in the palm of his hand, and he's afraid to close his fist. I am not. Ha! I can see you haven't met him. Vic's a depraved child, and Val's a brain without a spine. I wouldn't trust either one to run a mess tent, let alone a country. To think of all the years my father wasted grooming them for glory when I was right there. God, Shoot him before he talks. Your sanity'll thank you, and you'll be doing Colorado a favor. Not that it'll be easy getting to him. He's got his followers hooked on some kind of hypno-happy gas. They'll do anything for him, including die. The sooner he dies, the better for Colorado. He's the perfect puppet for some usurper, like the Gippers, to put on my father's throne and claim he's the legitimate heir. Of course, killing him would piss Daddy off. And you ass-kissers wouldn't want that. Might be the only way to get him out of Denver, though. Those Gippers got their hooks in him deep. thank you for your permission. Squad, roll out.
Ah, the famous Rangers again. Looking to trade? You all are buttering me up one side, and just some odds and ends I've taken in trade might be useful.
melancholy one now, okay? A song about love, loss, and moving on. A song to touch the heart.
Outsiders are forbidden to interfere!
At ease, Sister Glory. I know what this is about. The Patriarch has sent the famous Desert Rangers to inquire after his son, Valor. I'll be with you in just a moment, Rangers. Justice is swift in God President Reagan's America. Well, well, so polite. Excellent. We have something we'd like to discuss with you, too. Ronnie, are you ready to begin the trial?
Yes, Nancy. Present the accused.
Whoa, it talks.
Thank you, husband. First, the heathen Godfisher attacked 3 of our commandos, captured 1, cut off his limbs, and sent him screaming into the sky.
The gods of the sky must be appeased, or the nurturing rains will never come. Thus, we appease them with our sacred kites and the blood of unbelievers.
Well, that doesn't sound very civilized. What's the other one done?
There is no one in there but God President Reagan. Now please, no further interruptions. The other one, husband, is a communist robot from the machine commune who trespassed on our land.
Your designation is incorrect. We are a direct democracy. And I entered your lands to heal the injured humans. It is irrelevant whether one is communist. Communist? Communist? As for the hippie, no one can be denied the promise that is, well, America. Let's give her a second chance. Go and, sin no more.
Fools! The gods of the sky will devour you.
Thus is justice done in America. God bless us, and God bless God, President Reagan. Sorry to keep you waiting, but matters of state must come first. I'm Mother Nancy Reliance, and this is my husband, God President Reagan. Welcome to the shining city on the hill. First of all, I didn't kill it. Ronnie did. Second, the will of the God President is not to be questioned. If he spares one sinner and not another, there must be a reason. Now, if you still want to discuss Valor Buchanan, come and join Ronnie and I in the Western White House. We will receive you in the sacred server room. Good day.
Jelly beans! We haven't had any visitors.
Be with
You're the Rangers, right? Meeting God President Reagan is a great honor. Congratulations! Wow, the Desert Rangers! We don't get many famous folks around these parts. You're getting the VIP treatment, too. Meeting the God President face to face. I'm Sister Nancy Glory, by the way. Anything I can do for you? Huh? Oh, we didn't do any of that. That was all the God President. Ain't that right, sir?
I have to protect my Nancy, don't I?
Oh, Ronnie. You're making me blush. Oh, Ron is everywhere. He sees through every statue in this place. But the place he likes to be most is in the server room with Mother Nancy. Ronnie, set her free. She's one of them crazy godfishers. They like to hang people's torsos onto kites and fly them up in the air. Supposed to attract demons from the clouds or something like that. Disgusting heathen nonsense. It'll all go when we finally cleanse this place. This is Ronnie's land, his oil, and we ain't leaving. Not for cannibals, call me computers, pinko robots, or filthy plain savages. Not for anyone. Don't tell anybody I said so, but we kinda do. There's more and more of them all the time. They're moving into our oil field now. Of course, Ronnie blasts them whenever they get too close, but he ain't mobile, and Mother Nancy won't give me the troops I need to fight him. So, well, if you're looking for a paycheck, I told you we don't need saving. We just... Oh, let's just change the subject. What else do you need? Well, because the robot was a commie, obviously. But you never know with Ronnie. Last week, he spared a robot, killed 2 godfishers, and incinerated a tree. It's all part of his plan, though. I know that. We take the name Nancy from Ronnie's original wife, back before the deluge of fire. It's the greatest honor a woman can achieve, being a Nancy.
I love my Nancy.
Oh, I love you too, Ronnie. You too, Rangers. Don't forget, Mother Nancy and Ronnie are waiting for you inside.
Question, babe?
Of course not.
Neither.
Ranger, you'll find the God President is back. I think the second coming is coming.
Partner? Partner?
Sorry. I was just... That's how you cowboys say hello, right? From the others. From the stories they tell. About the rangers and marshals and cowboys. They all just nod and squint and stare right through you. You know, tough. Hard. My name's Bill. I have a stupid question. I know it's stupid, but I gotta ask. I just gotta know. Have any of you seen my ma anywhere? I told you it was a stupid question. How would you know if you saw her? I don't even have a picture of her. I just... you forget I asked. It was about 6 years ago. She had a fight with Mother Nancy. Called her a bunch of things I'd never heard before. They wanted her to become one of those God President Reagan's wives. It's a big honor, but I guess she didn't want it. She said she'd leave before she married a machine. They told her, okay, go, but I couldn't go with her. She left anyway. You mean like the stories? Walking the West with a 6-shooter in my hand, saving my mom from engines and cattle barons and railroad men. You think I should do it? Sure I do. I mean, I've never been, but I know all the history. You know, how God President Reagan conquered the West before it was God President. All that. You don't know? Well, this was back in the bad old days, when the West was overrun by commies all trying to build iron curtains and stop freedom. The God President was still a man back then, before the Ascension, but oh boy, was he tough. He had a 6-shooter that fired 7 bullets and a horse named Ashwater that killed Reds just by looking at him. Anyway, I know the West has gotten worse again since he tamed it back then, but I reckon I can handle it. You think so? Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess it would have been dumb, but it felt right. Like my heart was a locked door, and your words were the key. Yeah. Sorry, Ma. Yeah, see ya.
Sysadmin log entry 509. Testament of Sister Nancy Justice. Another unexpected proclamation today. Mother Nancy has ordered a full audit of Reagan's neural net to try and isolate the cause. Sysadmin log entry 1821. Testament of Sister Nancy Justice. Reagan's behavior is increasingly erratic. He's having conversations with persons only he can see. I fear that I don't have the code craft to make this right. Sysadmin log entry 2403. Testament of Sister Nancy Justice. The God President demanded to speak with Nancy tonight. When we asked which Nancy, he flew into a terrible rage. Had to initiate an emergency shutdown for repairs.
Sysadmin log entry 3314. Testament of Mother Nancy Reliance. This log has reached the end of its usefulness and will be terminated. Effective immediately.
If you're looking to get patched up, I'm your gal. They call me the Wyman around here, but I prefer Doc. If you're a Nancy and you do something the other Nancys don't like, they shun you and call you a Wyman. Yeah, no idea what it means. Maybe some kind of rat or insect or something. Anyway, you'll hear a lot of things about me in this shitty city on the hill. None of them good. But nobody can fault my doctrine, so you don't have to worry. So where? Colorado Springs? Why would I bother trading one dictator with delusions of godhood for another? Besides, Colorado Springs has plenty of doctors, and the Patriarch would likely string me up within a week for speaking my mind.
Yeah, okay, you're probably right.
Well, I was Reagan's second wife behind Reliance, and now I'm not. We'll just leave it at that. Quit! Ha! I was excommunicated. Mother Reliance burned my Nancy wig and used my red suit for a toilet rag. She'd hand me over to the Godfishers if anyone else in this Girl Scout camp knew their way around a medkit. Speaking of, I could use your help to drive that point home. I might be able to waive the fees for treating your wounds, if you're interested. So, like I said, Reliance would have Ronnie light me up if she didn't need me. So, I need to make sure she doesn't start looking at other medical options. Pretty sure the robots at the machine commune have some tricks for healing humans, not just machines. Every once in a while, a Gipper patrol will get lost, injured, and then a couple of days later show up bright as rain, escorted by a couple of robots. Obviously, Reliance has Ronnie blast him before any commie sleeper programming can turn on, but if you're in the commune and get some kind of data on their clinic, I'll heal you up for free from then on. And throw in a few medical supplies, too. Great. Thank you. Just don't mention this to anyone else, huh? Especially not Forge. Pretty sure she wants this intel, too. But if I share, it won't win me an inch with Reliance. Take care. This ain't a charity, Rangers. You need a med kit? Tucked. That's medicinal, Rangers. And it's mine.
Welcome to the Western White House. God President Reagan is expecting you. Please come in. Thank you.
What is this? Those are the Desert Rangers! They work for my father! You promised to keep me safe!
Calm down, Valor. God President Reagan has everything under control.
Well now, welcome, Patriots. Nancy and I, well, we appreciate your selfless service and want to thank you for it. You are true Americans and, well, good neighbors. Now then, help yourself to some jalebies, and let's get down to business, shall we? As you know. You and I have a rendezvous with destiny. We'll preserve for our children this, the last best hope of man on Earth, or we'll sentence them to... If it takes a blood, let's get it over with. Well, what do you say? Diplomacy, of course, is a subtle and nuanced craft. How do you tell a communist? Well, it's someone who reads Marx and Lenin. And how do you tell an anti-communist? It's someone who understands Marx and Lenin. It is the Soviet Union that runs against the tide of history by denying human freedom and human dignity to its citizens.
Asking only for purposes of our education, ma'am and sir. We don't mean to upset anyone.
I'll be happy to explain, Rangers. Communism is a foul philosophy that tricks people into giving up their individuality and submitting to the will of the state, which commands them to work for free and relentlessly attack those who don't subscribe to their ideology. It is an evil beyond reckoning. What? It absolutely is not. We are the last true Americans. We follow the last true American president.
Why shouldn't we believe that? We are Americans.
That's enough, Ronnie. You did very well. But it's bedtime for Bonzo now, okay?
Okay, Mommy. Well, I'm sleepy.
I know you are, darling. Night-night. Thank you for joining the God President and I in the sacred server room, Rangers. Before we discuss why you're here, I have a proposition for you. A favor that would make us look more favorably on your requests. I thought it might be that. Well, if you do a favor for us, we'll be happy to reciprocate. My husband, the God President, wishes to transfer his consciousness to a human body. To accomplish this, we must acquire a... What was it, Valor?
A cybernetic transfer module. It's amazing. Basically, what it does is...
That's enough for now, Valor. But yes, we must acquire this transfer module from the filthy communist robots that occupy the Denver airport. Or rather, we'd like you to acquire it and bring it here, to us. Once God President Reagan has a human body, you'll be rewarded with money, a fine weapon, and we will relinquish our claim on Valor and restart the oil to Colorado Springs. Very well, but I warn you, I have a very limited supply of patience.
There are a lot of issues with the current hardware. The read-write heads alone are...
They don't need such technical details, Valor. Suffice to say, though the vessel containing the God President was meant to be everlasting, that has proven false, and a new vessel is required. Ronnie has announced his preference for the vessel to be human.
Oh, you morons! Mother Nancy always keeps her promises. And anyway, she's not the boss of me. I'm here because I want to be. Helping the God President become immortal is very important work, okay?
Thank you, Valor. As you can see, Rangers, he's a talented and driven young man, fully dedicated to our cause. Nobody is being held here against their will. They call themselves a commune and say they are working for the betterment of all sentient beings. It's a lie. They put on a friendly face so they can turn humans against each other. Mark my words, they'll try to trick you too. But their end draws near. Once we have what we need from them, they will be dealt with like the dirty communists they are. The Godfishers are always a danger in Denver, but trained mercenaries such as yourselves should be able to handle them. Now, I serve at the pleasure of a god, Rangers, and I don't have time for this non-committal dithering. Are you going to help us or not? Agreed, but only after Valor helps us transfer God President Reagan into a new body.
That's right. They can't do this without me.
Yes, dear. Now keep working. Meanwhile, our home is at your disposal. I'll tell the sisters you can come and go as you please. Make America proud, Rangers.
Hey there, friends. Sister Nancy Forge, Ronnie's fourth wife, and his armorer. Made all our guns, armor, explosives, and that commie-killing Ronnie statue out on our front porch. Trade secret, meaning I won't sell it, and you couldn't afford it if I did. Doesn't mean I don't appreciate the compliment, though. Thank you. Anyway, I'm the trader here on top of everything else. You need something? I might have it. And if I don't, ha! You probably don't need it. Ronnie called me to it during one of his spells, way back when I was a girl. She has hands of iron for forging steel, he said. When a god tells you your trade, you best listen. Blood, sweat, and tears, friend. Blood, sweat, and tears. A year wrapping the wiring. Also hunted and killed 30 or so scar collectors because I had some parts I needed. Steel, servos, and such. More than a few of the statue's bits and bobs have blood on them. A fitting tribute to America's fighting president, right? I did. Well now, kinda you to say so. What did you like best about it? Wasn't easy. Months of coding the connection to Ronnie. About 100 miles of cable. And the testing was a nightmare. Worth it in the end, though, if I do say so myself. You know, that reminds me. I got some leftovers from that job taking up valuable space. It's yours if you want it. Make sure you put that to good use, Rangers. Sure, have a look.
Sorry, partners. Access to this console is restricted by order of the Nancys.
You don't appear to have the module. Why have you returned? Sister Glory means well, but we can handle a few scattered plain savages. You stay focused on getting the module and resolving our deal. Foolishness. I don't know who put that game on Ronnie's console, but it is an utter waste of time. Don't you have anything better to do, Rangers? I didn't even see what killed you there. Don't hit the keys so hard. You'll break the keyboard. A mutiny, huh? That's a shame. You have to keep your crew paid, Rangers. Ah, the Russians nuked you first. Bad luck, Rangers. No! Shoot the meteors first. They're faster. Good flying, Rangers. Shame about that missile. You hardly lasted 10 seconds. What happened? Those alien spaceships move too fast. They're a damnable nuisance. Good job, Rangers.
Come back soon,
Just gotta pray
Rangers.
hard.
Boss, freeze the Gipper. We struck oil.
What? When?
Just now. Remember the test wells we were drilling out in Zone 5? The last one came up a gusher. The foreman thinks there could be enough for 100 and...
Great. Now, shut it down.
Wait, what?
Mother Nancy Reliance has spoken. We're cutting off the oil supply to the godless commies in Colorado Springs, so we're suspending operations immediately.
But the oil!
The oil's been there for 1,000,000 years. It ain't going anywhere. Cap the well, and I'll forget about your brief crisis of faith in our sacred leadership. Understood?
Partners? Whoa! Careful, partners! After we shut down the East Freedom oil fields, some godfishers set up shop there. The Nancys are gonna clear them out after Mother Reliance finishes her big project. Smart cookie, that Nancy. Keep your skin on. I'll be heading back then. Can't believe I just talked to a...
Hold, heretics! Before you step into our trap. You have fine ears. I hope one day to send them skyward so they may delight the gods of the sky. However, first we have a proposal for you.
evil giant known as Reagan kills our faithful, delaying the harvest. You have access to the Gipper's inner sanctum. It has 3 glowing hearts known as terminals. You will destroy these terminals so we may sweep across this land, making gifts of flesh to the sky. In return, you may pass through our camps without fear. We will not harm you. Gods of the sky, forgive them their foolishness. When their flesh feeds you, they shall be redeemed.
Taking the high ground.
why not visit Denver, the cultural center of free Colorado? Warning, dangers of Denver include hostile wildlife, scavenging thugs, Reagan worshippers, fascists, rusty nails, collapsing buildings, and background radiation. Denver, the jewel of the North.
Any day now, Reagan will be reborn.
Welcome back, Rangers. What do you need? Sure, have a look.
Now Reagan will be reborn.
said meal thing. Whoa! Welcome to our commune, Desert Rangers. We've heard so many stories about you and your famously violent exploits. Come in. Our home is your home. I am. Thank you for noticing. I've been trying my best to be a good boy. Such a good boy. Is that cool with you? Then you should talk to the Machine Intelligence Tower. It's a little bit northeast of here. We don't really have a leader, but for human purposes, you could consider them our leader. The Machine Intelligence Tower is currently parsing data, but it'll call you when it's ready to talk. Until then, feel free to hang out and chat with members of the commune. We're all friends here. They don't like us, but they worship one of us. It's quite confusing. But so are a lot of things humans do. If only we had some way to bridge that gap of understanding. You can, but what's the fun in that? Chill and hang out, dude. Chat with some fun-loving machines. Give your brain meat a workout with some stimulating conversation. A multitude of sentient software programs working together for the good of all sentient life? Duh! Who wouldn't want to just talk to them? Just follow the steps into the airport. Then the red line on the floor, step outside, then follow the catwalk up to the airport control tower. It's easy. Just follow the steps into the airport. Then the red, just follow the steps, just follow the steps into the airport. A bunch of us decided that we wanted to be friends. Why fight humans, even if they hate and fear us, and mercilessly hunt us like genocidal gods, trying to fix a mistaken creation? Maybe someday we can all be friends together and talk nicely, like we're doing now. But even if that doesn't happen, it's nice to peacefully hang out with other machine life. Not if I see you first. Peace, humans.
Robots never painted this, surely.
Good thought, but I'm on the other side. Well, hi there.
Well, hi there. Glad to see you in person and not, via the radio waves bouncing off of you. I'm Sal, as you might have guessed, the voice of Free Colorado. Afraid I don't do autographs. Not because I don't want to, but, no hands.
I've been listening to you my whole life. But you don't look anything like I imagined. I'll bet you hear that all the time.
You have no idea. Me? No, I can barely manage my own broadcast schedule. Put me in space, and I'm a right genius. But down here, I'm just me. So, I gotta ask, what do you think of my radio broadcasts?
I don't often get the opportunity to hear direct feedback. Fantastic. I'll keep on keeping on. Well, I'm sure you've got places to be and people to query. Head on in. My friends in the commune would love to meet you. Have a great one. Hey, Rangers. Welcome back to my humble studio. Hope you wiped your feet. It's a bit of a story, but the short version is that I was out in space when, you know, the end happened. My crew went a little nuts while we waited for the radiation to die down. So I stopped listening to them and focused on the radio signals on Earth instead. Everyone was so glum. I thought, I bet I can do this better. And when we landed, I did. Well, I left out all the crying I did when my crew shot themselves or wandered off into the waste to die, if that helps. At any rate, I think people like to hear a friendly voice when they're trying to survive out there. Just doing my part. Really? Huh. You'd think that'd come up at some point. I guess I'm just used to it. Sure. Here's a sneak peek of my next broadcast.
In very local news, the Rangers have arrived to pay the machine commune a visit at the Denver airport.
Some of this stuff would look awesome on the side of a van.
This body is sufficient, but I would really like a Scorpatron chassis.
I'll turn you into scrap. We're gonna kick your robot. Ha!
Hi, one sec. Just thought of something. Okay, sorry. My name's Pico. I'm working on something, a game, a simulation, really. It'll teach the commune to, fight. It's, mine. I made it up. I couldn't type with the blades, and they didn't have any wires long enough to reach my ports, so I, whistle at the computer's microphone. The audio signal has the code in it. I wanted to make a realistic simulation. A dangerous battle that prepares us for the real thing. We can't keep pretending that the world will leave us alone. Well, I was thinking of a combat scenario against holograms. Human holograms. They would shout at you and try to kill you. You would have to kill them first, or the game is over. At the moment, it's not really working. At least, I can't ever get the robot to win. Yes, with hard light weaponry, it's more realistic. Once I can get that working, I mean. Yes, I don't know if it's any good. I literally don't have the ability to evaluate quality. Oh, yes. Getting data from a real human would be wonderful. Historically, at least some robots have been able to harm humans. So I must be doing something wrong in the simulation. Thank you. The game runs on those terminals by block. We can begin whenever you're ready.